Jeff has appeared in 10 major Broadway productions and was the first American to play the role of Phantom in Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, which he performed for over 1,000 performances over the span of 17 years. Also, for those of you who may be into this sort of thing, you may recognize him for the many roles he played on TV soap operas. Next, we have Isabel Mendoza. Isabel grew up in the area, spending her high school and college years in New Berlin, after moving here with her family in 2010. Her passion for performing arts has taken her down the career path of stage management. Isabel is thrilled to be performing for the first time in more than 2 years and couldn't be happier than to be singing in her hometown with her family and friends at Christmas time. Next up, we have Tony Canuel. Originally from Connecticut, Tony moved here to New Berlin with his wife, Mary Ellen, who I believe is in the audience, in 2014, after retiring from teaching high school biology and chemistry and college chemistry for over 35 years. Nowadays, Tony spends his time cooking, singing, and walking his very patient dog, Cleo. He also leads the village's Community Development Loan Committee and is on St. Teresa's Parish Council. Next up, Sherry Christie. Now, Sherry's a retired financial advisor and trust officer. She enjoys singing locally, dancing with friends and family, and pursuing her interest in writing, drawing, playing the keyboard, and exploring various spiritual matters. Sherry and her husband Steve grew up in New Berlin, raised their daughters, and have 6 wonderful grandchildren. Next up is Meredith Mile. Meredith is an accomplished woman both inside and outside the home. She's a lawyer with Hittman, Howard, and Cattell. And on the domestic side, she's the wife of Rosario Bio and is homeschooling Sophia and Karina Bio, both of whom are here tonight in our children's choir. Next up, Charlie Ackerman. Charlie lives right here in New Berlin and has been involved in theater for 7 years. You may have seen him when he was still in high school down at Unadilla Valley. Some of his favorite roles include Curly in Oklahoma, Wadsworth in Clue, the Lion in The Wizard of Oz, and the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. Charlie is very active in the Norwich Theater Company and loves to be able to make people smile and be entertained. Danielle Crosby. Now, Danielle is celebrating her 12th year in the village of New Berlin after moving here from New Jersey. She was classically trained down there in what she calls the art of sarcasm and parallel parking. Something that we don't see a whole lot of here. She describes herself as the mother of many, the daughter of several, the sister of scads, and a joy magnifier. Anybody who has had dealings with Danielle at either the New York Pizzeria or NBD Bank will attest that she is a purveyor and a spreader of joy. Now, Don Brown. Don gets his mail just north of here up in Waterville, where he lives with his lovely wife Jennifer. But 11 years ago, he became part of the Chobani family, which makes New Berlin his second home. You've probably seen him driving that famous truck and Chobani trailer around, offering free handouts of Chobani product to the local community. Beyond the local community, he's been all over the county, and I will tell you that one of the last times I spoke with him, he was headed down to Fort Dix, New Jersey, to support victims of a natural disaster. He's also supported the Ukrainian refugees with nourishing food. Don loves energizing people, engaging people, and helping those in need. Now, a special note on Don. He's been their DJ for over 30 years. And you'll also note tonight, Don is a very accomplished Elvis tribute artist. So be watching for that. Now in the back row, these young angels, they may not be angels all the time, but they are tonight. And they're the stars of tomorrow. They'll be performing on the youth choir. A couple numbers, along with Jeff, and once, I believe, with the entire choir. They include Abby Morgan, Sherry Conklin, Callie Conklin, Owen Mundy, Karina Bile, and Sophia Bile. Oh, and Naomi's here too. All right. She was the last minute. We didn't know whether she was going to make it, but you couldn't keep her away. Thank you for all coming, and you add so much. You will add so much. Finally, an administrative announcement here. You know, the Episcopal Church sometimes has this reputation for being stoic. But tonight, I encourage you to freely show your support and applaud between each and after every performance. And while I'd ask you to silence your cell phones, and also don't take any splash photography. Feel free to do videos or photographs throughout the performance. The performers have told me that they will not be asking for royalties. I gotta watch Don Brown. As you can see from that little pole there and that recording device, the performance is being live streamed and will also be available on the Cultural Center website and Facebook page in the coming days. Again, the Cultural Center at St. Andrews is the Facebook posting title. Now, let's start with the performance with Jeff and the adult choir singing the traditional Silent Night.